And this should hit the last card. Man, we destroyed their head. Look at this. All of this was discarded in first 4 turns. They're not going for it. No way. If both choices suck, that's a good split. And we need to make some really cool splits. And I'm not sure how we will split, but I know it will be evil. Alright, I have to go for it. Come on, come on. Whenever you see Tinybones, you know what you have to do. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we'll not only obliterate our opponent's hands with this crazy discard, but we'll also show you how to ultimate Liliana in such a way that both piles win you the game. And you will see, we will cheat some nice wins today. I'm pretty excited about those ultimates. And of course we are also running Tinybones, Bauble, Burglar, and I managed to say it right, I think. This can steal your opponent's cards, that's why we are going so hard with one mana discard, because if you have Tinybones, that means you can also steal this card that your opponent is discarding, and I mean you are getting twice the value basically. And this is the idea for the deck. Also with Aetherdrift we also got Momentum Breaker, which is absolutely insanely perfect card for this deck, because the downside is sometimes your opponent doesn't have a card in the hand and then this card doesn't work, or sometimes you hit a removal and your opponent doesn't have creatures, so this is a dead card. This always hits something, and that's the idea. I think you will like it. And before we start the video, of course, our absolute legend for today is John Bugel, one of our veterans for the channel. This deck, my friend, is for you, and really thank you for supporting the content so we can all enjoy it. And yeah, with that being said, let's go to the gameplay. Alright, our opponent is going first, huh? And I think we should have enough discard and removal to, just keep going a little bit. Let's go with this one. Like, we want to discard as many cards as possible. I do not want to discard a card. Thank you, Tinybones Joins Up. I will keep it to my opponent. Alright. Man, look at the... I mean, we will be discarding a lot of cards. I think they have talent, which will be a bit of a problem, because this is infinite, value generation. And I really hope they one time don't have a land into talent, because if they don't have it, we can do some crazy stuff in this game. Man, look at this. Please, no land into talent. Alright, treasure map. This guy is a bro. I love this card. So, right now we have to go Liliana. Absolutely. 100%. Do I go for Virtue? I think I go Virtue. Because I really want to get the last card. I can play land into Tinybones, into whatever we draw. They want to go for the upkeep. Like, we are absolutely butchering their hand like there's no tomorrow. They like the card, that's scary. Why do you like the card? What is it? Helix won't kill Liliana, so that's nice. And this is literally why I wanted to go for this. So what do we go for? Tinybones Joins Up, because Hostile Investigator is just perfect finish. Oh my god, see, they had it. And this should hit the last card. Man, we destroyed their head. Look at this. All of this was discarded in first 4 turns. This is insane. Alright, they can get the token. So what do we go for? We will probably play the Warlock. Just for the funsies. However, yeah, we will have a blocker, right? Because they will make a token, but that means they cannot go for the treasure map. And they really want to flip it and get some scrying done. So we put a lot of pressure. We play this, of course. Later we will draw cards. Also, when we hit a land, we can play a land and then use 2 mana to draw and then play a 3-drop. And we really want to go into this ultimate because I have some very evil splits in my mind and I'm already splitting their stuff. They can go for this now and then at the upkeep, and that flips the treasure map. So that's good for them. They will get a lot of value from this. But we are pressuring them, and now this is ultimate, so they kinda want to hit like Helix probably. They didn't go for the upkeep. That's cool for us. They can use Fountain Pour to, get rid of one of them. Alright. I probably want to swing and see what happens. Because we want to be aggressor. Our opponent has very high value in this deck, and we want to finish the game. We didn't hit Bandit talent, so we need to, solve it on board. Alright. We are going for it. We are actually going for it. And we need to make some really cool splits. And I'm not sure how we will split, but I know it will be evil. They should... well, should they make a fish? I'm not even sure right now. I think we definitely need to split treasures and cove, so we make sure they don't have both of them. They are going for the card. They want to try to win this game. I mean, obviously. And now we can make the play. This is their only red mana, by the way. I like this. Alright, we'll see, but this is pretty good split, so they probably will take this pile. That gives them a little bit of everything. They lose the ability to sacrifice this. No, they still can use the Fountain Port, but it's too slow. They don't have enough. I'll be honest, I like this split. Let's go, let's see. I think this should be good enough. And then we can draw cards, of course, and maybe even hit their Omni card. This is their also only mana right now. Oh, they went for this? See? That was a good split. Alright guys, you know the drill. We have good curve, good opening, and we need the third land to make it work. Aclazotz definitely a little bit too quick. Second Liliana, I mean, it's basically 3 mana removal, so it's not the worst, not the best. But I'm really scared that we won't draw a land. We can go Momentum Breaker. Oh, I have to go for this. Especially that we are very likely to miss a land right now. We just need 3, but it might be too much. If we draw a land, they will have to probably answer Tinybones, right? They probably will. So maybe we can sneak Liliana after they are tapped. Oh, they just went. Man, if we could curve out to 3, we would punish them so hard this would be close to game over. Like, we would start stealing cards every turn. But we're mana screwed, so we have to go for this. I will do it first, in case they have Smite. So now they need to, you know, discard something, and we can take it. Yay, I can play Rest in Peace. Alright, no Smite. But we have some extra speed that will absolutely make no difference. What makes a difference is not being able to play your spells. This is interesting. Oh no, we cannot. Let's go with Bandit. We are definitely really going hard on attacking their hand. The only problem is that we literally cannot draw the third land. So we are basically playing 12 lander in the deck, because we drew 1/6 of the deck and it's 2 lands. So we are drawing like we are having 12 lands in the whole deck. Which basically means you are always mana screwed. But in reality we have like twice the amount, so we should be at 4 mana right now. And that's a big difference. That's the only problem so far in this game. I really need to hit land. I really won't hit a land. Alright, let's go Tinybones. Let's go Tinybones. Because then if we hit a Momentum Breaker or something, we can steal the card. It's really getting hard, guys. Like, I would prefer to not get Bro, I'm drawing more Lilianas than lands. How is it even possible? Like, let's be honest, how is it even possible? Do I really have to go for the map token? What if that's a removal? I shouldn't do it. I wanted to check priority, but forgot they have the Anchorage, so we will never know. So I can try to steal 1 card. If that's a land, I can play it. And if they have land and something, they will discard a land. This might be our way to get the land. I don't know. They can also go for the Fountain Port, but we deny at least part of value and we'll get another draw. And they... See? This, guys, this is what I have to do to hit my 3 drops. Like, this is getting ridiculous, you know? The game would be so over if we didn't get triple mana screwed. Alright, so they really won this card, and I'm not super surprised. Going for the treasure. Alright, at least we hit the swamp, so they will probably start getting some answers. That's unfortunate. We need 1 more turn to get rid of all of their cards. And then we can start stealing them, of course. Alright, guys. Alright, we are finally... No, you are using the scoreless instantly. Let's go for Lili. Hope for no 3 steps ahead. This is the best card they have right now. Alright? Not the case. That's super huge. Super huge. I will go for the land. Well, Aclazotz is so good. Do we get rid of Liliana? Like, they can use the Anchorages to kill them, so it will be a bit of a problem. I will get this card. I have map token to hit a land as well. I will go for a swamp. We have few ways to get it. See, we're getting land from our opponent. I drew basically more lands from my opponent by discarding them than I drew in my whole deck. Yep. It's interesting. They should probably draw first, but maybe they are scared we have like Hopeless Nightmare or something. Oh, they just drew Get Lost. Must be nice. Man, this guy plays from top deck better than I with my draws. Alright. And he instantly draws 2 extra cards. Oh my god. Man, this guy plays the whole game out of top card of their library. Like, this is crazy, man. I'm super happy we have at least Liliana, so hopefully we can get rid of most of their cards. They just drew 4 cards with a single draw. Oh my god. Like, they actually outvalued me with a single top deck. Alright, I guess this will be one of this kind of games, you know, where you are fighting the shuffler and nobody else. So what we will do is force them to discard something. So far they didn't see too many creatures, they only see Tinybones. I don't love discarding Liliana, but you know. And hopefully this will stick. I really have high hopes for Aclazotz. Especially that we can pump it. We will see, we will see. They have the Anchorages, so, you know, Liliana is not really safe. Jace. So this is really going, like, super hard so far. They have 1 card. 1 single card. I will discard because I want to know what exactly is going on this turn. Okay. So we can draw the card, but... Okay, so Jace is dying. They probably will go Anchorage and try to prevent Liliana from doing Liliana things. How much do we care about this ultimate? We kinda care a lot. They cannot activate 2 of them. Man, not attacking is such a huge commitment on this turn. We also give them Jace, which will be a problem. But this protects Liliana and we can ultimate maybe. Right, because they have 1... If they draw a land that is untapped, they can go double Anchorage. Which is not great. But they will have to tap fully. I think it's worth the risk. I just want to make sure that on top of my library, there is no land. Because I cannot afford dead draws. What about this? I mean, this kinda does something. But it's super slow. And I cannot play it right now. I don't think this is good enough. I will do it again. Also, we get more lifelink, but it doesn't matter for this matchup, so, you know, not the biggest deal. This is something, it also gives us a scry. I will take it. It's okay card. I could draw it right now, kill Jace, but then we are losing Liliana. Alright, I need to think about it. This will be the biggest decision of this game. If I don't do anything, I can ultimate Liliana and kill probably Jace, Lockdown, Fountain Port, or the rest. Something like this. So this can win the game. And they cannot get Aclazotz, so it doesn't kill this. I think it's worth it. It might be a huge mistake, but I will risk it. We would draw a card if I attacked. We know exactly which one. Alright. This is a very risky play in many ways. But I hope it's worth it. They cannot kill with Blast Zone, it's too slow. They will get to two converted mana costs, so they can only kill the Momentum Breaker. They need 1 full turn to go after Liliana. Untapped land! I literally tell you, man, this guy plays the whole game out of the top of the deck. Oh, man. They're not going for it. No way. No way. That's huge. That is actually huge. Let's go for the ultimate. I think they got the card they needed to prevent our gameplay, and they just wasted it. Now we have ultimate. Jace is not the biggest deal, probably. They can try to draw cards. We have 19, so Jace is kinda important right now. I'm thinking about something like this. Blast Zone is not the biggest deal. They can get a lot of mana. I guess they can kill Aclazotz. How about this one? How about this one? If they keep it, they have only colorless mana and they cannot do anything. If they sacrifice all the 2s, they are left with only... Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's go like this. I think this puts them in a really hard spot. Whenever you aren't sure what you would pick, that means the split is good. If both choices suck, that's a good split. I really think they had the card they needed to win the game. Really. You sure, bro? Like, you sure? Like, now we win. Now we kill Jace. They have no colored mana. They need like 2 draws to even be able to play their spells. And they also didn't take the mana so they cannot pump the Blast Zone. I really think this is a bad idea by them. So how do we play this? We go this. They won't like second Liliana, because they will get ultimated second time probably. I really think they got from the Shuffler the winning card and they wasted it. Because they could prevent the ultimate for like 2 turns, and that would give them the time to, you know, get stuff done. We are playing Hopeless Nightmare because we want to plus, and it also gives us the Scry. And now we can go for this. Even if they draw a removal, they cannot remove Aclazotz because they have core. Man, I love my Liliana splits. I really think they are pretty decent. Like, I usually win when I ultimate. And here you go. Now you need to do it again, and then start drawing cards that matter. So we get so much time from this. And they will get ultimated again then. I mean, let's play it. I won't get anything better than this. See? They wasted... Good draw. Alright, we are going first, and we have some options. Bandit Talent is probably one of the most important cards here, because it allows us to potentially get like huge value later. But we'll see, of course, they will have more cards than us. Alright, Surveil. Let's see what goes to the graveyard. Is that the Oculus? Is that the lone Oculus? Alright, I have to go for it. Come on, come on. Whenever you see Tinybones, you know what you have to do. Please don't kill my cool Tinybones, I want to steal cards with it, so it looks super cool. No landing to get lost, like, we don't appreciate this kind of gameplay. I personally would never play a control that can get lost any cool creature on turn 2. That's just bad, man. You don't do those things. Right, Netero? You are definitely not going for this play. Please don't kill my Tinybones. I really want to have cool stuff. Okay, that's scary. I'm pretty darn sure they will get losted. I will attack. Please make a reaction, because Get Lost is actually better on Bandit Talent. This card is worth more. Oh boy, they will kill it. Alright, alright. The problem is that our draw is auto win against aggro and auto loss against control. Like, that's how current Magic works right now. You know, like, you have good cards against one matchup or another one, and they are both dead in the opposite matchup. So whenever you hit the wrong part of the deck, you are so far behind you probably won't recover. So right now we kinda need some creatures in the battlefield. And we can level up Bandit Talent, but they will probably take forever for 0 cards, and we didn't draw this card, we drew the removal. So we cannot get them to 0 cards. We will start discarding with Tinybones probably on the next turn, just to be a little bit more efficient. But it will be very slow. So they need to make a decision. Not only they discard a card, but they also give us the card. And to be absolutely fair, I shouldn't play the land, right? Because it's better to use the Tinybones land if they discard one. You know, we can use the card while Tinybones is alive. Alive is a strong word, you know? Oh. Oh. I'm not sure if I like this discard. I probably won't play it. I think Tinybones will die very soon. And we know exactly what we are playing against. This is the Awakening combo, which is very scary. It's Sorcerer, right? I don't like this part. So I really think we need to start discarding. It is what it is. Maybe we can archive it. I forgot that with this deck you actually should be playing sideboard, because this can happen and you can tutor cards from the sideboard. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We still get the discard, they use the card, they will surveil. They want to hit Awakening, but they also... So they need to surveil Omniscience and hit Awakening from the top or in the opening hand. Alright, so if they surveilled it, that means they have one in the hand. What? So that means they won. They won, right? Because they didn't take the card that wins the game. So they must have it. Alright, I will check. Just show me one. Alright? So they have infinite mana, but they don't have the play. Okay, this could be... So I don't really care about this one, to be absolutely honest. I definitely want to Tinybones. And you know what, let's go for this one. So basically, it's weird. I'm pretty sure they surveilled this. Which means they could draw it, which would... Oh, alright, I guess they already have it. They need Arcavius right now. Alright, guys. Alright, guys. We can get Invasion of Arcavius on our side if we want. This is so weird. I first time played it from Tinybones in my life. Or we can go Aclazotz and try to force discarding their hand. Or we could just go for this and try to get them to 0. But they're waiting for the top. I think this is better. I honestly think this is better. Because it discards cards every turn for 0 mana as long as they don't answer on this turn. And I mean we should hit, because why not? That's fine, that's fine. They can go for 2, they can use Blast Zone. I don't really care about this game plan. It's all about Aclazotz getting them to 0 cards so they cannot combo stuff. They can top deck Invasion of Arcavius, which instantly gives them victory, so that's what they're waiting for. Every moment of truth is also great for them. So we are not in a good spot. They got it. That means they will probably chain it with another value card. They drew something probably pretty good. Confounding Riddle, so they can cast it and get top, or one of 4 cards. I think this should win them the game. I think this should be Arcavius. Surveil for 15 cards for 0 mana. They basically cycled half of their deck in this turn. We will do, man. If they missed somehow, this is huge. All right, so we can attack with Aclazotz. That's good enough, and we'll definitely play a land. They can go for the Blast Zone. How much mana do they have? 1, 2. So they can get it to 4. They cannot kill Aclazotz. That's important. I think we attack first and we see what happens. I know I'm missing 1 damage, but it's worth because then I can make a better plan. Let's see. Alright, land. That means we get the path. We can play the land. And we are getting stuff, But we need to be very aggressive because we don't have much time. 4 damage. That's a good one. We have level 2, so Bandit talent hits them. And now, do we go for Invasion of Arcavius? I'm not sure what we can go for, to be honest. I'm not sure if we have the target. This draws 2 cards a turn. That's pretty good. Alright, sorry bro, I need to think, because I don't think we have great targets for this. Like, what could be the cards? Like this card, but that's it. And they will play everything from the top anyway. This at least gives permanent value. I don't think they will hold any relevant card in the hand, they will just keep playing them, And they have quite a lot of time. And of course we can kill this in the end. They can prevent it with Blast Zone, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it kinda is. But I don't mind it. It's all about this Aclazotz and bats. Alright, that's fine. This also means they are far from answering Aclazotz. Basically, we need to get them to hit many lands. Oh, and we also have Virtue, but they don't really have creatures. Right? And we also don't really have too many creatures. So let's attack. We will draw a card. They can go to Blast Zone 3. Which means that Aclazotz is still safe. This is something. But it's not very good. No, it's not very good. We cannot really do much, because we can force them to get rid of Aether Omniscience or lands, and they will sacrifice lands because they don't need them. As long as this is in the board, all cards are free. So I honestly think we'll go with this, just because it brings more power to the board. I'm not sure, I don't think we should win. Like, I'll be honest, guys, we should not win this game, but I will try to win this anyway, Our opponent, to be fair, should absolutely hit in, like, next 2 turns something that is relevant. Arcavius is, of course, auto-win. I'm pretty sure they can combo out of 1 cards to get everything. Alright, this is also very good. So now they are starting. They can go for Charge the Course. But that still gives them one card. But it's a good card, right? So they will get a selection. Mana isn't an issue. So of course, as long as they keep drawing Cardo into Cardo. So they drew double Arcavios. Because they would never discard, and we lost with this draw. I mean, that's fair, that's fair. We just, and this, see, those cards from the start of the game are still lingering. If those were discard cards, this wouldn't happen. So let's see how they finish us off, because whenever you see this card from this, the win con they were waiting for, that means they drew two. I've seen versions that don't run this card, and I think maybe they don't have a win con that wins with single card. I mean, they are doing exactly... So they wasted all of this to basically retry. They realized this was a bad decision. Oh, alright, never mind. With this they can go crazy. Alright. Now they have infinite place. I mean, it's fair. It's fair. I'll take my loss. So we are just bound to remove literally everything they will ever play. We don't have Bandit talents, which is a little bit, you know, not amazing. And this seems to be a poison deck. I know, how do I know? This is such popular card in non-poison decks, right? I will kill it instantly because I really want to make sure they don't protect it. Some of versions of this deck run protection spells because this is incredibly important part of their deck. And I expect one creature which will die perfectly to Liliana. For example, this one. Let's go, Lili. This is your time to shine. I don't see priority, by the way, which is super cool. And I'll be honest, I think we are close to winning. That was a priority, or just a decision. I'm not sure if they get the prompt, because there's only one target. So they generally shouldn't get the prompt or priority. That would suggest protection spell, but maybe they actually had to, you know, click it manually anyway. Glissa. I expected her. I expected everything. So we will play a... Modest Sloth. Alright, let's go for this. Yeah, because I still want to have those discards, you know, thingies. And we want to kill Glissa 100%, so that means we probably go for Hopeless Nightmare on top of this. It's very, very tempting to go for this and get the last card. But what if they draw something that kills the Warlock and then they kill Liliana and we absolutely fall apart? And we have -2 on Liliana, so I hope it will be good enough. Bro, if they don't draw removal, this is so good. But if they get removal, they win the game. The classic choice of can you top deck the victory? If we go for the fraud, it might be harder, generally, but we don't lose instantly, so I will go for it. Let's go for the safe play. And hope that they don't have the next creature. Oh my god, they don't have the next creature. I want to go Warlock into Warlock. Which means we go for plus. We will need a land for Aclazotz, but we can always sacrifice Hopeless Nightmare if we really are desperate for the 5th land. What are you? Oh my god, scary things. And this is the last card. Full top deck mode, we have the control over the game, we have see, they had the protections. I'm so happy with my play. So what we will do right now is get the Warlock, and you can see those cards are making such a big difference, because you get card for card, and then you can hit harder, and we can plus Liliana.
Drop it.
And now we have a 4/4 basically, on top of trading 1 for 1. And now they are in huge pickle. And the pickle is Explosion. So guys, did you enjoy those ultimates? Did I sell them short, or they were exactly as you hoped for? I'm super excited always about playing Liliana, and ultimate is one of my favorite things, you know, in like playing this kind of decks. I love effects like Factor Fiction, you know, the 5 mana card though that nobody can use because Mono Red is on the block and it's more than 3 mana, so it's unplayable. But Liliana just hits the spot perfectly. This is one of the most powerful black cards. It always hits right, it can hit control decks completely, it can ultimate and win you the game, and in the worst case, it can kill multiple creatures very often. So I'm always excited about this one, and I wish we had more design like this that actually favors you knowing the game instead of being on the play. However, with this deck, you either hit super hard if you had the right part of the deck, or you can very hard miss. For example, if you draw removal only against control deck, you are incredibly behind. And I mean, hitting this card against aggro deck is a little bit better because you still can lower their power. So as long as you can kill those 1-2 first creatures later, you can actually get rid of all the gas they have. And Tinybones is a little bit weird one because we don't play too many creatures. Like we play what? I don't count Aclazotz because it's a weird creature, but we play like what? 10 creatures basically. 4 Tinybones Warlocks that are more about having leftovers after going with the discard, and the Hostile Investigator, of course. And this card is absolute powerhouse as always. So Tinybones will die quite a lot, but I think in this deck it's still worth it because very often you can set it up, play 1 mana Nightmare on the next turn, and your opponent already gives you some value, and you know, you can roll with this. If they don't have the good answer, you can also start discarding cards, and stealing cards is always fun, so I kinda love it. I expected that Bandit talent will do more work, but in the end, the other cards actually did the most of the work. So yeah, this was supposed to be the main win con, but we mostly won with Aclazotz, to be honest, and like Liliana ultimates, I think. Tinybones also contributed quite a lot. We very often could steal cards, and yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. So guys, before we wrap it up, as always, huge thank you to our patrons that allow us to keep making content every day for all of our enjoyment. Thank you guys, and I'm super happy that you are still enjoying the channel, and yeah, you dig those decks that we are making here. So thank you for that, and honestly, oh right, results, you want results. We went 50% win rate, 3 wins, 3 losses, so this is my like benchmark for okay deck. If it's fun, if it's something that isn't super boring meta deck, and we can get 50% win rate at least, you know, on the ladder that I'm playing, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, I just realized that I'm showing you the stats, but I completely forgot that one of those losses is me literally conceding on turn 1 because I forgot I didn't play the land because I was talking. You actually see the whole gameplay in the background. Alright, so now we need to make a decision. Do we want to play Hopeless Nightmare, or we just wait for Tinybones to... I literally forgot to play a land because I was talking. If you think commentary doesn't make a difference. So in reality, we went like 3-2, and one of the game could be a loss, could be a victory, I don't know. So I just remember. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.